Láti sọ̀rọ̀, I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, go there biza. Ká máa bára wa lò nínú ìfẹ́ kan akànbí. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love,
I go show you love, ká máa bára wa lò nínú ìfẹ́ kan.
But I know they do competition with anybody.
When will the life of Nigerians matter? When will the lives of people in Plateau State matter? Can you just imagine? Christmas Eve, people are there waiting to celebrate. And then terrorists come in and kill hundreds of people. Yet, nothing from government. Most of the reports we are seeing have said that there was warning that this attack was going to happen. So more than 72 hours warning. The terrorists were sighted. They are human beings. They are not ghosts. They were sighted. They traveled through roads. They were sighted and security agents were informed. Yet nothing was done. Nothing was done. How many hours after the attack? Yet nothing from the illegitimate government. Tinubu rigged his way into office to watch Nigerians being killed without even a word. Nothing. The people of Plateau State are mourning. And we're going about our business as if nothing has happened. Let me tell all of us, those who have died will not be killed again. The next to be killed are those of us that are alive. The question is, who is next? Those people, when they are done killing the people in the villages, they will come to the cities and meet us in the cities. What is the value of the Nigerian life? That person that is killed had plans, was preparing for Christmas, had a lot of things, was looking forward to the new year. And they killed women, men, children, massacred people. Security agents are there doing what? People are being killed. And yet, the country is going on. No, as if nothing. As if nothing. This nonsense has to stop. People will be talking, people will be telling that, I'm afraid to die. I'm afraid. They are killing us in our houses one after the other. They are killing us in our houses one after the other. Which one is I'm afraid to die? Are we alive? Is this life? You will sit down, you will travel to the village. This useless, illegitimate government that was telling people that, 50% for them to travel to the... you travel to their village and they are being killed in their villages. No word, nothing. We can't continue like this. We cannot continue like this. It's only a matter of time before all of us will become victims. If we like, keep shouting, God forbid. The people that were killed, they also pray to God. And God will not do for us what he has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. Enough is enough. This thing has to stop.
Yes, it has to stop. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much. It's another day today. Today is Tuesday, 26 December 2023. It's not a good day for, in fact, it's not a good time for Nigerians. It concerns Nigerians. Because if I say all Nigerians now, I might be deceiving myself because it's not everybody that cares. But it's not a good time for the concerns Nigerians. You know, there are more video that came out since last night, yesterday broadcast. I was actually shivering. I was like, oh my God. I don't know whether some of them make I come to pigeon. Whether some of them see one woman we carry picky for back, where they already buy already, but the picky still they are back. The woman don't already buy, but the picky they back, they cry. I see videos last night. I was like, oh my God. Why there were lots of videos circulating how people were celebrating their Christmas yesterday in Nigeria. I mean, the leaders, the people that we relied on, the people that we are hoping on, the people that we thought that we can call whenever we are facing situations in Nigeria, the people that we think that we can pour our plights to and they will respond to it. they were celebrating themselves yesterday and even today. My people, when I hear from Aisha, he talk and say the people who don't die, they don't they worry over themselves anymore. Now the people who they are alive, they're supposed they worry over themselves because according to her, when they don't finish the people who did that village, they go begin the enter town gradually. So some of you now where they talk say not concerned now today. Yes, because we have some of them listening to us right now. It's none of their business, whatever that is happening in Nigeria. Some of them have even went as far by saying, I live abroad, so what did they happen for Nigeria? It not concern me. But regardless of war, we cannot fold our arms and let this continue. It's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that if you check our title right there, you can see over 115 people dead in Plateau attack. You know, then Nigerians and government moved on. Yes, you can see that Nigerians and government moved on because that is the situation. Let me acknowledge people on the comment section quickly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much, Mommy. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate you, Mommy Diaspora. God bless you, Mommy. Happy Christmas to you once again. Happy Christmas to every one of you, or rather, Merry Christmas to every one of you once again. I appreciate every one of you that celebrated us yesterday. May God bless you. May God continue to stand with you guys in the time of your own need. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. I will always be grateful having this family. I can see Wisdom Lucky right there. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Marvis Omorose, Sagovo Kwangai, Amaka Afojebi. Thank you very much, madam. I appreciate every one of you. Olabimpe Soyemi, I can see you as well. Good evening to you. Peggy Mode, good evening to you. Thank you very much. And I can see Mike Akiambare right there with us. Madam Moni Olagbia, thank you very much, madam. Good evening to you. Veronica Albano, FSK 1 of Madrid, Ernest, I can see you. Gift for. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Frank Adams, I can see right there. Good evening, good evening, good evening to every one of you. Just do your part. Press on the like button so that our voices can go far. Help us to share our videos as well. God's power, thank you very much. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much, Jacko Obedient. I can see you right there. Thank you very much, every one of you right there. Madam Origin, good evening to you, madam. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas to you as well. We missed you on the panel yesterday. All right, I can see Pisa Italia. Thank you very much for joining us. Jude King, I can see you right there. Mr. Joseph Emmanuel, good evening, my wonderful people. I can see Charles B20 right there with us as well. Now, God bless them people. I would like us to move on right now. I'm not sure the people that will be joining us today, but I'll post out a link right now so that people can start coming in gradually. But I want us to quickly go to Arise and listen to what they have to say over there. Then we come here and talk about these things that's happening in Nigeria right now. We cannot fold our arms and allow this to continue. It's very, very sad that the judiciary allow APC to continue ruling Nigeria. Judiciary. INEC and judiciary and I do us this one, Sha, to be honest. But meanwhile, let's listen to this.
Locals blame Several people have been killed in attacks on 5 villages in Plateau State. Properties worth millions of naira were also destroyed. Locals blame suspected Fulani militias for the attack which occurred on Christmas Eve. Arise correspondent Douglas Francis filed this report.
The recent peace that reigned in Plateau State for some months now has been shattered by the killing of several people by suspected Fulani militias as residents of Ruku, NTV, Hurum, and other villages in Barkin Ladi and Bokos local government areas say the attackers came overnight on Saturday and on Christmas Eve, looting houses, burning down worship centers, and killing any villager on site. Confirming the incident to Arise News, the Transition Committee Chairman of Barkin Ladi Local Council Area, Danjuma Guda, said many were killed with several persons injured, while search is still ongoing for missing persons.
We got a report yesterday in the night, I think around 7:30, that there has been coordinated attacks in some villages around, some villages bordering Bokos and Bakila local government area, particularly NTV. Meyanga is in Bokos local government, but bordering particularly local government, Hurum, Darwat. So we started communicating with the commanders, the Operation Safe Haven, Sector 4, FOB Geshish, and of course Sector 5 in Bokos. I had distress call from the people, and I tried to make sure that all the commanders mobilized their men to that area to save lives. But I think after some time, a delay before the arrival of the military men, the havoc has already been done. Villages has been ransacked, burnt, people burnt and killed to death, to ashes. So we communicated with these officers, like I said. So when the situation got out of hand, I had distress call from the villages again that military men are not enough. So I had to call Government House, the Chief Security Officer, Permanent Secretary of Security, Special Advisor to the Governor on Security Matters. And they said they were in talking terms with the GOC to at least ensure that there's reinforcement to secure lives and properties.
One resident from the affected NTV community who escaped the attack, Philip Manji, spoke with journalists on phone, saying over 8 persons were counted dead in his presence and that the attackers, who came in large numbers, overpowered the few vigilantes, killing and burning houses. He also said that the attackers swore to uproot the NTV community. Spokesman of the military task force in the state, Captain Oya James, confirmed the attack to journalists but said they were yet to verify the number of persons who died during the invasion. He said troops had been deployed in the affected communities and other general areas. Meanwhile, the Plateau State Governor Caleb Mufwang has condemned the brutal attacks, urging security agencies to apprehend the attackers and ensure they face the full wrath of the law. In a statement by the Director of Press and Public Affairs, Gang Berry, the governor expressed deep concern over the unacceptable violence while urging communities to remain vigilant.
And Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang says at least 50 people lost their lives in the attack. The governor expressed dismay over the spate of attacks and destruction of farmlands and other property by gunmen. He says from intelligence reports available to him, at least 50 persons have been killed in Mangu and Bokos in the last 48 hours. He promised to adopt stringent measures in tackling insecurity in the state.
It is sad that within the last 2 days, we have lost innocent people as a result of incessant attacks in parts of Mangu and Bokos, local government areas. As a matter of fact, my own intelligence is putting it at not less than 50 people. Let me say enough is enough. We cannot continue this senseless, stupid, unprovoked attacks. It is totally uncalled for and it is needless. I want to appeal to the conscience of the sponsors of these attacks that they do not stand to gain anything from this. But let me assure them that the spirits of the people of Plateau State will not be broken.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Baptist Convention says 9 of its members were killed in the attack. In a statement, the president of the convention...
All right, guys, let me quickly come in before we continue with this video right here. Do you know why things like this continue in Nigeria? It's a result of when you see something wrong and you pretend not to talk about it. That's why we find ourselves where we are today. Look at that governor speaking. Is that governor going to tell us that he's not aware that the wrong person is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Is that governor going to say that he's not aware that INEC rigged the election to put the wrong person there as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Is that governor going to tell Nigerians or the world that they are not aware that the Supreme Court work against the people? Is that governor not aware as well that Buhari ruled for 8 years and a lot of people lost their lives under APC? How many times have we seen this governor comes out to speak about all these things that I just mentioned? Speak about the judgment of the Supreme Court, speak about the INEC rigging of the election, speak about Buhari's 8 years, and speak about the current situation of the country that is affecting the people. How many times? Okay, now let me come back to why I'm saying, if you're one of the people who see what is wrong and you pretend that, no, I'm not going to talk, this is why we are where we are today. It's very, very sad. Many of you are listening to me right now, or some of you will play back this video. You are one of these people that is doing this thing that I'm talking about. You will see what is wrong. Because it favors you at that time, you will support it. But when it's against you, you will speak out. Like that governor that was talking just now is against him at this moment, right? His reputation and everything. Yeah, now he's talking. Then when he's not in, when he's favoring you, you don't speak. This is sad. This is sad. We to be honest, we are not going anywhere. Sometimes when you listen to, we all criticize or disagree with Tony Africa sometimes. But when you listen to him, this is one of the things he's saying, that we are not going anywhere. He kept saying it. We are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. Yes, we understand he's being negative. But yeah, being positive for the past decades, it hasn't taken us nowhere. Our forefathers, they practice positivism almost all through their lives. They died and they are gone. Nigeria got worse. Some of us said we should be speaking positive. Even at this moment, we should be speaking good things about the country. Even the Tinubu and his camp and all of the regime, they came out saying that we should talk good about our country. What do you want me to talk about Nigeria that is good right now? The only thing I can talk about Nigeria that is good today is the citizens who are putting extra minds, putting extra energy, putting extra work for them to become a better person. These are the only people I can speak good of, not the government. Everything you enjoy today in Nigeria, created by the citizens, not the government. Do your research. Nigeria sweet, nothing like home. Nigeria sweet, nothing like home. Those things that make Nigeria sweet, nice, comfortable, and you enjoy it, created by the citizens, not the government. It's very sad. We can't continue to speak like this. Something needs to be done. The fortunate part of it is that between now to the next 24 hours, you see some satanic set of YouTube channels or other platform on social media. We come on air and defend this whole thing. The apple before now. Why be say people are castigating Tinubu, killing all the apple before for Nigeria? Like today, I commented on a platform on an article, something I posted on Instagram. Somebody came out under my comment saying that, oh, so you still they cry because say your candidate no win. Just imagine that mentality. At this particular time, somebody still think that the reason why we are crying is because our candidate did not win. Then I look at the person's profile. He lives in Nigeria, and I believe this whole situation that is happening in Nigeria right now is affecting this same person. And me that you are trying to castigate, I live in United Kingdom, is affecting me, but at least it affects you more because you live there. We have a long way to go. We need to work on our mentality. We need to come together. We need to speak in one voice so that Nigeria can work. I cannot be saying this now. Someone else will turn on their camera later on and come on air to say, oh, everybody should just shut up. Don't talk about this. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Then look at the army. Yeah, some of my panelists will ask later, oh, the army, well, they don't do anything. How come say they come? Everything happened before they turn up and all that. Listen, in case you're not aware, these armies, they are deliberately avoiding these things when it wants to happen. Do you know why? Not because they want it to happen. They avoid it because they know in the process, if they lose their lives, nobody will look after their family on their behalf, not even the government. I'm telling you, I know people. Man, you put on like that, man, not measure, man, not go far. They already know if they get the sign say those men they come tomorrow. Many of the armies not go come work that day, or if they come, they'll pretend they don't dey the area where it won't happen. Because God forbid, say they lose their life, nobody will look, the government will not look after their wives and children. If you are looking after our army, do you think that we ignore anything that is affecting us? They will not. Now, the people where they're top, they all guard them. Now they use all the money. It's very sad where we find ourselves, where all leaders are competing with themselves when it comes to money. All of them competing with themselves. This one, big governor and is living, right? The next one that is coming, we want to make more money to be richer than his predecessor. We're in big trouble in Nigeria. We all are getting old. I remember when we were talking last December, this is another December, the year is ending next week. We are getting old. The time we come now, everybody does the old, then our children continue from where we stop. I understand some of you might say we should speak positive now. Yes, speaking positive is a good thing, but in Nigeria, speaking positive or embracing positivism is not working. Praying is not working. We should stop deceiving ourselves now. At this time, they say, God forbid, I bind, I cast, I rebuke, I confirm, I rebuke. No. Who is speaking right now? Since this happened for the past 36 hours, now, if I'm not mistaken, how many of our religious leaders came out to speak? How many of our traditional leaders talk about it? I'm asking though, because I don't know. You might know. Because I can't see everything at the same time. But I'm asking, if you've seen any video, our traditional leaders speaking about this, or our religious leaders speaking about it, please let us know. We have a long way to go.
Reverend Israel Akonji condemned the killing of Christians and the destruction of churches. He called on President Bola Tinubu to provide security to all Nigerians and bring an end to killings in Plateau State and the northern parts of the country. Dr. Abati, some people have described this as a black Christmas for Plateau State and indeed for the whole of Nigeria, because if one state is affected, the entire nation is affected. Your take on this very sad story?
Well, I think it's unfortunate that on the occasion of Christmas, Saturday, Sunday, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Eve.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
Happy Boxing Day.
I mean, it could have been a happy Boxing Day if I didn't, see that story in Plateau State. Heartbreaking story. I mean, this morning I saw the videos. I don't know if you've seen the videos. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Uche.
Yes. And, we saw babies on the floor.
Can you imagine? This is our media, right? You see the way Batite laugh like person will win lottery, win 10 million pounds lottery. Our media that are supposed to put our government under pressure. Our media are the one
Mr. Elvis, sorry to cut you, my brother. In fact, for him to even show remorse,
Kai,
even sympathize.
See the way they laugh.
These men are just sympathize.
This one are media where suppose they yell on air. Everybody will say what they happen. If they laugh, they rub shoulder everywhere. We're in big trouble in Nigeria. Every angles that you're supposed to rely on have the bots. Every angles. Look at that laugh. I'll show you the laugh way in case you not see well.
If I didn't, Dr. Abati, how are you this morning?
Happy Boxing Day.
I mean, it could have been a happy Boxing Day if I didn't, see that story in Plateau State, heartbreaking story. I mean, this morning I saw the videos. I don't know if you've seen.
This is also the reason why you can see on that title right there. I deliberately put the last line there. Nigerians and government moved on. They have moved on. They have moved on. That's what Dr. Abati just displayed. But after all, my family members are not part of the people that lost their lives. Let me move on. We move on easily. We move on quickly in Nigeria. We move on smoothly in Nigeria. We are easily distracted in Nigeria. No matter what. The things that is actually affecting you and I, we don't take it serious. I bet you guys, the next maximum 48 hours, no media platform will be talking about this issue anymore. Go write it down. You know, I said I did talk for here most times. The next 48 hours, this whole issue is forgotten, is over. Tell me, who is still talking about the bomb that happened in Kaduna the other day? Tell me. Who? Remember when it happens? I also talk for here, say, in the next 48 hours or a maximum of 3 days, nobody will be talking about it anymore. It's done. Dusted. This one, 48 hours from now, you're not going to hear this news again. White chicken, a cat go die for UK. Though they drag you if not you can kill them. The way they drag you. Sad. We have a long way to go.
Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Uche.
Yes. And, we saw babies on the floor with their mothers, on their mother's back, some on their father's hands.
Horrendous.
Their parents dead. All right. Well, let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to the tragic incident that occurred in Plateau State. It was Black Christmas for many, as no fewer than 100 persons were killed by terrorists in fresh attacks on several communities in Bokos and Baki local government areas of the state. The tragic incident unfolded on Saturday, extending into Christmas Eve. Casting a shadow over the festive season, the terrorists burnt down houses in no fewer than 20 different communities, sparing no one, including babies, as the casualty count continues to rise, with security forces, local vigilantes, and hunters recovering more bodies. The Plateau State Governor, Khaled Mutfwang, expressed dismay, describing the attack as unprovoked.
In Southeast, let's listen to this quickly.
Some order issued by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, about 3 years ago, is gradually becoming a lifestyle in the Southeast. Mondays, which are regarded as the most important day of the week, are now a time to stay home, while Saturdays are now school days in some parts of the Southeast Nigeria. As the year draws to a close, some stakeholders in the Southeast are calling on both the government at the center and state governors across the Southeast to make sure that the sit-at-home directive ends in 2023. For Ibe Woke, who commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the reopening of the Port Harcourt refinery, he says the Southeast can be more productive if given a more secure and conducive environment to thrive.
We must also tread with caution as a people, not to go the wrong approach, use the wrong approach to do that. But what must be done, the insecurity situation in our Southeast, which is the agitation is releasing Nnamdi Kanu and then the marginalization. But I know the president we have today will take his time and then adjust and then find a way to go about it.
Bestman Eruba is, however, of the opinion that agitation or self-determination is as a result of marginalization.
One of the best approach to tackling the menace of insecurity is provision of social amenity and infrastructure. If there is development, there will be peace. And if there is peace, there will be security. The problem of security in the South is owing to marginalization and low indices of infrastructure.
However, both of them agree the opposition should provide alternatives to programs, policies, and development of the people to achieve good governance. They call on the people of the Southeast to put party politics aside and focus on the best way to change the story of the nation.
Okay, everywhere meaning Abian and then Nigeria should know that politics must have come and gone, that what we are asking now or looking for a way to do things is to find a way to change our story. What I expect everybody to do is to key into the leadership agenda of one. If you're talking about Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu agenda, which is the renewed hope agenda, and then the Lesotho's administration must be supported, and then we'll find a way to change our story as a people.
Opposition should not just be to attack government, those that have won election. Opposition should be to provide alternative policies, programs, and give ideas to kinds of projects that can bring the dividends of democracy.
Nora Okafor, Arise News.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. That is all we have for you today in terms of presentation. It's very, very sad on what is currently going on in Nigeria, although this has been going on for years. The unfortunate part and the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria is that when things are happening in the South, the people in the North, they don't say anything. But when things are happening in the North, the people in the South, they put it on their head and talk about it. So these are the same area that that a lot of people are worried about, because are we really one? That's a big question though. But meanwhile, let's start talking. I appreciate every one of you right there. For those of you that are just coming in right now, love of God is my strength. Thank you very much. Thank you for those of you right there, Angola, Emmanuel, Shooks, Stella, Fini, and many, many others that this was again there. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. Madam Bella, Naomi, thank you very much. I appreciate you all, my people right there. Good evening to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. Happy Boxing Day. I'm going to post out a link again while our people are talking here. Let me call on the first person, which is Give Us a Mandate. Give us a mandate, my brother. It's good to have you on the panel today. Please talk to us. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, I greet you. I greet the panelists on the panel. I greet everyone on the comment section. Greetings from here to your family and to Nigerians. Permit me to say, Mr. Elvis, Nigeria is at war. Nigeria is at war. Ojiokwe did not capture it, maybe fully. Nigeria is at war. And you ask me why? And I will tell you the simple, I will tell you the reason why. Some weeks ago, over 200 people were killed in Kaduna State. Why? They say human error. When the president in quote, and people please pay attention, I always use in quotes because I don't see him as my own president. When the president in quote will make his own comments, he said it's the act of God. The act of God, over 200 people were taken down in a day. Now, that bomb explosion in Kaduna State, it was 2 times. They happened 30 minutes apart. God is not wicked. That will the last time I checked in the Bible was when God rained brimstone on humanity. God cannot use his own hand to release bomb on Nigerians. No! They said at the act of God. Yes, therefore yesterday, Christmas Eve. This one, maybe you call them the act of Ifa or the act of Amadioha. After we'll hear his own comment, maybe you will call it the act of Ifa or the act of Amadioha. But we're here to see how the whole thing plays out. But Nigeria is at war. It is not just Plateau State, okay? Not just Plateau State. It is Nigeria in its entirety that is at war. It is the whole Nigeria that is at war. And Nigerians need to arise and take their country back. I don't know how I will recover from that little boy that I saw his picture, his video on the back of his mother. The mother's life has been, I mean, they don't pie the woman. And you touch the boy. Because the boy, I mean, you may say he's maybe 2 years old, or sorry, maybe 9-month-old baby, or maybe 1-year-old baby. He also has emotion. Before, my mama will carry me. She don't go sleep for ground now. She go here, they work out for the farm, they pull some things. I go to shake for the body. But now I'm not shaking anymore. What's going on? That is psychological effect of what that thing is having on the child. You may say he's a little baby. But the boy also has emotion. He knows. He has been with the mother. He has been. Maybe the normal routine is that the mother will just put the baby behind him, and they go to farm. And as they are farming, the mother will be singing, and as the man they cultivate, the boy will jump for the mama back. But now they don't buy mama. She sleep for ground. The boy they say, "Mama, stand up now. What's in the happen?" Mama no stand up. When they touch the boy they cry. Now, all of those things where the boy don't see, you don't hear the gunshot, you don't hear different things. Now God not even say that boy say. Maybe God even spare that boy life for some reason. We will know in the future. And we are saying Nigeria is not at war. Nigeria is at war. Up until now, up until today, I have checked. Not the president in court has said anything about Plateau. They are trying to cook their bobo again, or their voodoo make that they will serve. Maybe this one, it will go to, maybe it may go to Imo State or Abia State, because that's a Christian state. To go tell them there, say, what happened in Plateau State? It was the act of Amadioa or the act of Ifa. Nigerians. I just told them on a different channel. I just called you now. By the time Nigerians are done not having anything to eat anymore, they will turn to carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals. The sad thing is the fact that these elderly people, they are the major problem of this country. I had a conversation yesterday with 2 different Americans, plus myself, the 3rd American. And what these people are telling me is just like, the only difference is just that territorial difference. Because you have the elderly people that have been in their Congress for years. They have lost touch with the reality of time and development and everything, and they are still deceiving themselves. And that's a summary of what Wole Soyinka was telling you yesterday. That he told the president in court that he should allow a young blood to lead the nation. They know that they all are out of touch. They cannot fix the country. We are not singing Peter Obi's praise here. You only need to follow an antecedent of a man. I said, whoever needs to fix Nigeria must be a man of integrity. Look at South Africa. He took Mandela. Mandela is gone. We still talk about Mandela today. Not in any time did South Africa say Mandela loot their money. The man stood tall. The man did everything to make sure that he saved this country. These guys in power, these ones will not save your country. These ones are here. I told you their first name is to loot. Second name to loot. middle name to loot, family name to loot, continuously looting and looting and looting and looting. Why the people that gave them the political will to go represent them are being pied. Macron was to go for a trip. A little boy died in France. He returned back because of that incident. Just one child died. This thing happened on Christmas Eve. These guys, they still pop champagne in their houses on Christmas Day. Oh, now Plateau, no worry, them go enjoy themselves. No worry, Plateau, no worry, no worry. Later we'll make statements. My brother, give me fried rice there, give me chicken. Person don't die. Make we enjoy ourselves here. That's why Ruben Abati lacks the moral will to sympathize with the people. Wickedness in the highest order, in the highest level. A doctor, you see, Ojiope, what she came to do is that she has not recovered from the. If I'm driving sometimes, most of these things, I will just be thinking, that boy, I was just thinking about him this morning, that how would this boy feel? I just painted the picture of that boy today to you guys. Because he's maybe a 9-month-old baby, always on the back. Mama is always moving, singing, cultivating. But now, Mama is just sleeping, nothing is happening. And the boy is, what's going on? All you see has that picture on her head, Boabati. Mr. Elvis, you know, like Abati, as soon as he made that his own submission yesterday, he don't forget Plateau State. He took Ojiope to remind Abati that, Abati, you are saying Boxing Day. If only I didn't see the picture of Plateau State, I'll be celebrating Boxing Day. Abati has moved on, and so many other Nigerians have also moved on. He took Ojiope to call Abati and say, Oga, you are a doctor now. You are somebody's father. So you are easily moved on. Not even the picture, not even the video of that little boy shook you, Abati. Wickedness, my brother. No one GO, no one pastor, no one bishop has said anything about this nonsense that happened. Because I told you guys, your politicians are married to judiciary. Pastors, GO, imams, traditional ruler, they are their concubines. And you know what they do? Once they give them money, their families are fixed, they have their children fixed. They don't care about you and I. Mr. Elvis, every day you wake up, I bet you thank God, say you get second address, like you said the last time. And you and I, our family can say, okay, Jack Robinson, now we need money. By God's grace, not be say pride, by God's grace, you will provide the money. Some Nigerians don't have that ability and capacity because the wicked looters are in power, destroying the country. And Nigerian youths are still gallivanting around the street without jobs, and they are just sitting down, folding their hands, waiting for Messiah to come down. Hey, let me be the first person to tell you, you will wait until Methuselah years if you are waiting for a Messiah. If you don't stand up and activate Operation Sri Lanka. These guys, they know the killers of the people of Plateau Jos. They know them. They know them. Nigeria has army. We have security intelligence. They know them. And that's why their surrogates can come here and tell us of Machiavelli principle. Machiavelli principle, this one principle, that one principle. These guys, they know what they are doing. They tell lies to deceive the people, to get people delusioned, and they keep looting. Imagine, the last time I called you around 4 a.m. American time here, one minister looted $9 billion US. A female minister looted $9 billion US. He gave it to somebody, and he said that somebody, if you call the person is not picking a call, and she's asking for prayers. My brother, when are we going to see? Nigeria is at war, not just Plateau State. Nigeria is not at war. What is happening in River State? This president in court, you see the governor of Lagos State. Look at what is happening in River State. Nigeria is at war because they went to the polling unit to vote who they want to be their president, but these evil men did not allow their president to lead them. Nigeria is at war. I don't know how we youth will do it. Maybe those of us in diaspora, we can begin to write to Amnesty International and begin to draw people's neck. This government must be run, must be pushed out. These evil guys must be, including House of Senate and House of Rep, they all need to go. Enough. The last time I checked, the Senate president, when he was banking on turkey or maybe chicken on Christmas Day, he was telling Nigerians to eat hope. That was what Akpabio told Nigerians to eat. He said, eat hope on Christmas Day. But him and his family, they didn't eat hope. I bet you they eat the best of food. They drank the best of wine. But they are telling Nigerians to eat hope. I don't know when all of this evil will stop. But Nigerian youth, they swear for us. Youth, are you guys, they swear for now? Now, question I ask, because I don't know what they happen. If Rivers State youth can come out of Ubara, why can't Nigerian youth come out and serve the country? Why? Should until they empire all of us finish? Even they don't empire our future now. Those little boys in Plateau just. Then they empire our future now. And we are sitting down and folding our hands and then in court with these evil men. These evil politicians are their wives are judiciary, and their concubines are GOs, pastors, imam, bishops, traditional rulers. All of them can 60 and above, they cannot tell you the truth anymore. It took the grace of God for Peter Obi to see me standing. These men are evil and they are bent on eating their seeds. Nigerian youth, arise. Shetima told you that they don't have jobs for you. And they don't get jobs. Take up the job of protest. Occupy the streets. Occupy the streets. If you like, demand for your rights. If you like, fold your hands. What is happening in Plateau? I mean, it happened in Kaduna, bombing, Plateau. It will be served round. There is war in Nigeria. Nigerians need to arise. Even the governor of Plateau State did not even know the number of people that died in that incident. He is the chief security officer of his own state. He's still asking, he's still looking for authority. Who will give him authority to protect his own people? The governor of Plateau State is the chief security officer of his own state, and he's asking for someone to come and give him power to protect his own state. Man, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. It is high time. It is high time, Nigerians. They have started destroying the future. They have started because those little babies in those videos, they are in their maybe 9-month-old baby, 12-month-old baby, maybe 16-month-old baby. Babies in those videos that happen in Plateau State. Some of them were pied. Some of them, they can't even see their mother or their father anymore. And we are saying we are not at war. Nigerians, arise. Nigeria is not at war. The former CBN governor has 3 banks to his name. And Nigerian masses are suffering. One person, a governor of Central Bank, has 3 banks to his own name. And we are not at war. During this past Christmas, poultry farmers could not even sell their chicken because what? There is no money. People cannot afford to buy chicken anymore. People cannot afford to serve their family good meal for Christmas anymore. Nigeria is at war. Nigerians, arise. Arise. Take back your country. Boala said, and I quote, if you give Tinubu 30 years, he cannot fix Nigeria. He cannot fix Nigeria. Take Lagos and marry it to Nigeria. This guy is the president in court and also the governor of Lagos State. Wike is the minister of FCT and also the governor of Rivers State. Nigeria is at war, and the youth are the armies that will fight the war to save the nation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much. Give us a mandate. Thank you so much. We're in big trouble in Nigeria. That's just the fact. Big trouble. We are not united. We are divided. Nothing is working, and nobody is speaking for us. No arrests have been made, and no arrests, will be made. So I don't know. Let me take this call quickly, then I'll come back to the next person on the panel quickly. We have I don't know, I can't pick this call. Okay. Madam Origin, thank you very much for calling in. Madam, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for calling in. Please talk to us.
Yes, Mr. Elvis, Mr. Niger Watch, Merry Christmas. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was just rushing home to join because I wanted to, greet everyone. Yesterday was a special day. It was very remarkable with what we are doing. When there was darkness on planet Earth, one baby came in and dropped the light that, has changed the world and humanity. And you are here holding the candlelight. Who knows, the darkness in Nigeria may one day go away because one man held a candlelight and refused to put it down, even on a Christmas day. Thank you so much for what you are doing and have continued to do. I was shocked. I came in and I thought, I saw the whole thing look like it's over. And I was like, because I listened through the 4 hours and I keep watching. It looked like the hours skip, and I'm like, what happened? How didn't they still let me in? I thought it was over. So, but anyway, I enjoyed all the contributions yesterday. If you have not listened to yesterday's podcast, please go ahead. It was very rich. So I go back to greet everyone. This is my submission. I now start. I keep saying it. If there is anything that my voice has echoed, is Nigeria youth. I am your number one cheerleader. I keep screaming, wake up every morning. If only the youth, I don't care about if they are, they make the 75%. That means maybe about over 100 million are youth. But there may be a few that will listen and wake up every morning and scream, I will never be like my current elders. I put them all in one bucket. I don't want to, make myself angry by mentioning their names. When I want to mention name, I mention name. Nigeria continues to receive 1,000 cuts on daily basis from a war. It is obvious that there is war that has no end in sight from a system that has consistently selected evil and criminality. That is what it is. I'm going to combine a few things, and I encourage everyone. Youth, if you must survive this, if you must make a headway, you must submit yourself to, researching about your past, about your leaders, about everything that is going on. Never leave yourself an unlearned person. Learn. That will help you. A few, scripts I have listened, skits and all of that, I combine them together. One of the things that Mr. Alex said yesterday, Mr. Niger, what she talked about you. He talked about how you, rose up when the occasion needed it. So it is not today you have started trying to save the people. Now I prefer to now use Niger because I have cancelled out this Nigeria thing. It's not working because what they have concocted, the system that have consistently selected this criminality and evil and put everyone as Nigeria, they know what they are doing. He said that you overnight, if not, maybe by now, Ruga will have been taken over. Maybe those states will have been like Plateau states, where they are massacred. I go back to, there is one senator in, I don't know where he came from, but he is in the Southeast. That was to a meeting or whatever congregation of all, all those, they call themselves or Ohanese, but I knew that it's only the Ezes and the Ohas are not with them. Because if you're not protecting the people, then look back, they are feeding themselves, pot-bellied. But what is filled in their belly is bones and dead people. They have swallowed him as with all they have stolen. And he was trying to, castigate IPOB and Mazin Namdekan, which, as a matter of fact, up until I stumbled on Niger Watch, I didn't even, I don't even know what's going on. Until now, I began to realize. Namdekan started with not as trying to talk about the evil that is going on. How the northern people were massacred. How the what's this other middle belt Christians were massacred. Say, no, this is not good. And he was talking about, how IPOB. If not for IPOB, maybe Southeast would have been like Plateau State with the massacre. They were able to drive them to a corner, and they are keeping watch. What am I trying to drive in? What I'm saying is, when you look at the whole thing, it is the criminality that have taken over. Until you look at INEC is trying to conduct by-election or run election. INEC that has kept us where we are. And you're going to see these so-called political parties. They are going to line up to where, from where? A land of no destination, a dead end. It never worked. Neither will it work now. Now, the Supreme Court, it hasn't conclusive. I thank you, Mr. Niger, what you said something. Who was it that even said the governor of, is it Plateau State, which one just had this this massacre? He said this, he knew it's a sponsored terrorism. My question is, a governor, who are these sponsors? This is not the first time. This is not the second time. When are you people going to, somersault out of this place? And God will help us, who knows? I just believe what I keep encouraging everybody. This 2024, there will be a result. Because we are going to focus on solution to how to get this. It does not matter how small, but something. Mr. Niger, what you did something. And the Edo people were saved from Ruga. The IPOB is struggling. Call them whatever you like. Before they have deceived us. People like Sunday Igbowo them, Showore them. These are genuine people. Now we know that these are the ones that are taking their lives. They are not collecting money from anyone. But people like Abaribe is there. He is sitting. He's been in governance since, is it 2007 or so? Or 2009. In where he is sitting, they are collecting 30 million every month. Just base. And if that is not criminality, that is an indictment to everyone. I don't care if they speak Jesus in their mouth or Muhammad on the other one. But if you are a senator, you are in House of Representatives, you are an axis of evil. I don't care who you are. Because if you are collecting 30 million naira every month, and people could hardly eat, and in your constituency, people are collecting 30,000 naira, and you could barely feed them or even, pay them, including those governors. You all are evil. And there is nothing to get you all anything less than that. There's going to be a solution. It will be here soon. God bless everyone. I end it there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Origin. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll pick just one more call quickly. Then I'll come back to the panel, Oh, okay. Let me return this call because the man have called so many times, only if he's there. Thank you very much, my people. Please help us to press on the like button, help us to share, let others hear our voice and know what we all are facing in our country. It's very, very important. We can't really do much apart from talking right here. That's all. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. Thank you very much. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger. Compliment to Sisi, to you and your family.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Niger, watch it. APC has nothing to offer us in this country. The only thing they have to offer us is to kill and to steal. The APC, they have nothing to offer. President Muhammadu Buhari was in power. They killed millions of our people in the north. It has nothing to offer. They kill millions of our people in the north. These ones are come again now. They are still killing our people again. Let me tell you, APC has nothing to offer this country. The only thing they have to offer is to steal and kill. Now they steal millions of our money every day. They cannot offer anything. A work of a leader is to protect your people and defend your people. If you cannot defend your people, you are not a leader. I am telling you, a leader that cannot defend his people is not a leader. The APC, they have nothing to offer. They are criminals who are to kill this country. President Muhammadu Buhari, he came to power and steal millions of our money. Millions of our money. I tell you, that Muslim. Ya Muslim sikia yanzu. Ana kashe mutane mu arewa. Ana kashe mutane mu Nigeria. Mekuyi. Kashe mu zaba Muslim da gashi ana kashe mutane mu ko lokaci. A sata kudi mu. Don abun da sun yi APC sun yi su sata kudi mu. President Buhari ya sata kudi mu. Dukan da hari da family nasu ya sata kudi mu. Aramu no suke sata. Aramu Allah zai kirba hannunsu ba kudi nasu ba kudi Najeriya ne su zo su kwashe kudi mu da an kwashe kudi mu sun je a gidansu har ya do ya family nashi ya sun kashe kudi mu mai kisa mu yi Wana kuma si ya so kuma sata kudimu. Kuna kuche muzaba muzen. Muzaba musubni fusunu yesu. Mesika yimu. Ana kese mutamu na ika abune su ya kawai. Shetam ne APC. Shetam ne abune su ya kawai. So keshe mutalimu. So keshe mutamu na sata kudimu abune su ya kina. Ala ze kreba kudimu hanoso. Ala ze tina mesu. Tuwa abune suke. Ala tina mesu. Basuke ba APC manu turi kiriki bale. Bamuto ni kiriki bale. Shege ne suke. So sata kudimu. Mesa kizabi so ya mana. Ya Nigeria kutashi muhimu fada. Kutashi mununa misu. Kutashi dan Nigeria kufita duka mununa misu fada. Maka bazab sam zama lafiya ba. Abu da suke ya. Shege na suke wato su kashe kudimu ke kece mutamni. Ana kashe mutanen ka arewa. Kama ana kashe daba. Ana kashe mutane kama mutu daba na ta ake kashe. Dan banza suke babu su suke za su bada mu. Mu rike su mu fita waje. Shege. Za su kashe mutane. What can they should go FCC should go arrest Buhari and his family. Buhari and his family are a criminal. So they came to steal our money. They came to steal all the money on Nigeria. This one also is going to do the same thing. They should go. They say yes, we should go after them. After family of Buhari, should go after them, arrest all of them. They have nothing to offer Nigeria. Shege.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for calling in. God bless you. All right, I'm done with callers right now. Let me go back to the panel again. Thank you very much, my people. Please help us to press on the like button. God bless you now. Let our voices go far as well. Let me call on Mr. Jonathan. We don't have much people on the panel today, so we might likely be rounding up on time. Within 2 hours, I think the broadcast should be over. But let's see how it goes. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the panel today, sir. Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Please talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Elvis. I hope you had a wonderful one yesterday. Thanks very much. Thanks for all that you do. I want to give a big thank you to all the panelists, on this platform, all the commenters, all those that join this platform from time to time. I want to say a big thank you to everyone. Yesterday I was trying to call in, but I guess by the time I had the time, I guess you're already rounding up. But again, kudos to everyone, and thanks to you, Mr. Elvis, for all that you do. Nigeria is when you just look at it, I really understand. My brother give us a mandate where it's coming from completely, and Nigeria is a country where, I just sum it up like this. I just want to say this today, and I believe this is a perfect time because this is the end of the year is already rounding up. And when you look at Nigeria, what is going on right now, and what has been happening, and what is happening right now, and what we are about to see, what will start to unfold in the coming days now, it's not good at all. Nigeria is a country where greed. See, I will start by saying this, and I will try to match it with what is happening right now, especially in Plateau State, even what has happened in Kaduna, and what we are seeing, happening in Rivers State. Nigeria is a country where greed, again I said greed, and sycophancy thrive. A country where nothing can work without, if you see anything that seems to be working in Nigeria, make no mistake about it, there is an element of greed and deep sycophancy around it. That's why you might see it to be working, because some people stand to gain from it. Other than that, nothing will work. And if you are a Nigerian, anywhere you are, whether you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, and you still don't get this as of this day, 2023, the last few days, or you still don't get this basic. It is no longer, it is not a sophisticated thing at all. It is simple and very clear. And if you don't get it, then I'm really sorry for people like that, or for individuals like that. I just can't help them, and I don't think they can be helped. If you don't know at this point in time that even if you see anything at all that appears or has a resemblance of working in Nigeria, take a step back. There's an element of greed. Somebody, somewhere, some people somewhere stands to gain from it. Tremendously, tremendous gain at the expense of the people. What you see in Plateau that happened in the last 24 hours. In fact, the news is all over the place. I watched it on Al Jazeera yesterday. You know, I was following the network. It was on Al Jazeera all throughout yesterday. You know, and you look at that with Nigerian media, the way they are carrying it is disappointing. It's just disappointing. Because why? The people that are supposed to come out and do the right thing, as it stands right now, today, the 26th of December, 2023, there is nothing for them to gain. So people can buy all they like. But tomorrow, if there is anything for them to gain, maybe they are working on it now, you will see all of them will troop out. That's when you will know. Once you see Nigerians, leaders, I call them purported leaders. They are not really leaders. I find it difficult to use that word. But for the purpose of communication, because I have to, to express myself, I have to use that word. I don't really like, I don't feel good using the word leader for them. They don't deserve it. But for communication sake, to get my point across, I have to use the word. And if written, I'll put it in quotes. Or I'll write it in, I'll put it in quote or in italics so that people can know that there's an extra meaning to that leader. But when you say you are a leader and you don't do anything until there is something in for you, then you have a problem. If there is nothing for them, they will not come. And this problem is across board in Nigeria. It's across board in Nigeria. What we see happening in Plateau now is one example. What happened in Kaduna the other few weeks ago is another example. You see all those politicians that ran there after Peter Obi went to Kaduna openly, with a clean mind, with a clear vision. You see all of them, they started running there. Something is in for them. They can't go without anything for them. It's not possible. That's not Nigeria for you. There must be something for them. When you see all of them, when you see them start running to Plateau tomorrow, know that something has been cooked in for them. Something has been baked in for them. And that is our problem. What we saw happening in Rivers State in the last week or two now, that has been happening in Rivers State, and those people that we saw protesting, there is something in for the organizer. Some people organize it. There is something in for them. There is a gain. There is a profit that is standing for them. That's why you see them doing that. They can't do anything. Nothing can work. That's why it's not organic. People will not come out unless somebody will have to pay them. Somebody must have benefited or stands to benefit before you will see. So that is just the sum of Nigeria for you. Greed and sycophancy. And to put it in proper perspective, most Nigerians that are even thriving at all, that you see them to be thriving one way or the other financially, they are still doing so through one form of greed or sycophancy. They can't thrive on their own standing. Majority of Nigerians that you see that are thriving, there's still this unprecedented greed and sycophancy. Even those that are kind of thriving on their own, there is still greed there. As a matter of fact, Nigerians are either greedy or outright sycophants, or a combination of both. They're either greedy, very greedy set of people, from individual level to family level to business level to institutional level to governmental level, greed and sycophancy. They're either greedy or they are in fact, they are sycophant to the core, or a combination of both. And the problem, there's a big problem with this. That's why Nigeria is in a deep, as Donald Trump will call it, is a shithole. Because no country, I've never seen it. Maybe somebody can come out and tell me with analysis, proven analysis that we cannot stand by. And no country can thrive wherever you turn, where greed and sycophancy are the order of the day. It is impossible. Why? Because it's so toxic. It's a toxic combination. And the outcome is devastating. The outcome is economy backwardness, developmental backwardness. That's what the outcome of this greed and sycophancy, that's what it brings. And that's what we're seeing in Nigeria. It has a product, it has an outcome, and the outcome is economic backwardness, developmental backwardness, massive poverty all over the place. It brings out a society where mediocrity is uplifted and excellence is completely discouraged. Capacity and quality and character completely discouraged. If you are competent, if you have quality, if you have character, you are under the table. You are relegated. That's what greed and sycophancy brings to a society. That is what is happening in Nigeria. And it's so sad. I'm saying this today, the end of 2023, almost. That is our problem in Nigeria. This greed and sycophancy is killing us. It's killing the country. Nothing can work in that country. Yesterday, I was listening to someone. Someone was making a comment. I don't know, maybe one of the panelists or a caller. A lady. She said in Nigeria that some people will even pack. They will go and take the bag of the imported rice, and they will load some inferior rice into that bag, and they will package it and be selling it as a quality one, most expensive one. What do you call that? That is greed. That's greed at the business level. That's greed. Do you know the reason why Nigerians, those people that can actually make it happen, to get people out, to lead this fight, they will not come out? Because why? There is nothing in for them. It is not genuine. It has never been organic, because there is nothing for them to gain. What happened in Plateau, in a country where you say you have leader, you say you have a leader, a chief security officer of the state and of the country, and they are saying nothing. They are doing nothing. Why? Because there is nothing in for them. If they package something tomorrow, and one of the ministers will run to Plateau and say government has allocated 5 billion, 10 billion for these people, for the family, you will see all over the place. You will see how they will be roasting and dancing all over the place, because that 10 billion, God help them if 500 million gets to them from that 10 billion. That 10 billion will be shared. That is when you will see them running. They will call media, media gatherings all over the place. They will paint it, proper painting, make it to look very good, presentable to the mumus there in Nigeria. And they will all buy it, because now there is money, there is something in for them. They can't do anything. In fact, they will sit at home, they will stay put where they are. They will be asking, what's it? Why am I going there? What is happening? Is there anything on the table? Once there is something on the table, all of them will run out. All of them will run out. And you will think that it will appear as if they are doing good. No, Nigerians, this set of people, they can't do good. They are clueless. They have no capacity to do good. Everything in them is greed and sycophancy. The other one is pride, but I won't touch on that. But the main problem of Nigeria, whichever way you want to, bring it out, everything boils down to greed and sycophancy. What is sycophancy? We saw it the other day, some few weeks ago, when leaders, so-called parliamentarians, right in the chamber, singing the song to one man, praising one man, doing his job to come and present the budget to them. He was doing his job, his official duty, as required by the Constitution. And they are singing, they are clapping for him. What do you call that? That's a textbook definition of sycophancy. What is Fubara coming out to say is going to implement everything that they've done, everything that their so-called presidential proclamation, that is going to implement it? What do you call that? That's sycophancy, because it stands to gain from it. The governor of Plateau will do nothing, because right now there is nothing in for him. Nothing in for him. At least up here, we have the likes of Oton, of Benue State, the former governor, just recently, the former governor up to this last, May 29. At least he did his best, at least openly, he tried. He fought them to a point. That's why he was ousted. That's why they have to put everything against him. That's why they make sure that this kind of a man cannot go forward. They get him out of the system. And the present governor of Plateau State right now will do nothing until there is something on the table for him. Summary of my submission today is that Nigeria is in a deep mess, and until this cancer of greed and sycophancy, this sycophancy has no respect for anybody. That's why you will see judges, learned judges, 20, 25, 35 years experience, judicial experience, messing up. That's why you will see individuals educated in obtain their education in world-class institutions like Oxford, like Cambridge, like Harvard. They will come to Nigeria, they will mess up. What do you call that? It's sycophancy. There is nothing. It's greed and sycophancy. And until I don't know the doctor that will treat them to get out of this. It's a big mess. That's why somebody said, I think it was Give Us Our Man, somebody mentioned that Nigeria is beyond redemption. Except you have someone that is clean, a clean person that can deal with Nigeria. Someone that is completely untarnished individual, like the likes of Peter Obi, that can come out now and do something. At least we're not saying that he's a magician or he's going to talk. It will take time, but at least someone that will start doing the right thing going forward. Who is sitting somewhere and thinking that the likes of Mr. Tinubu will do anything good for Nigeria? A criminal. Why do you expect that? You must be. I don't know what to sell to people, to you. I don't know what to say to you. If you are still waking up as of today and think Mr. Tinubu will do anything good for Nigeria, how and where? A criminal surrounded himself with crooks like him. The only thing they will present to him, the only thing they will bring to him are things that will benefit them. If not, they will not bring it to him. So he cannot know what is going on in Nigeria. He just can't. In fact, he's better off starting in terms of Nigeria, knowing what is happening in Nigeria to an average Nigeria. You are better off before May 29. You are worse off now. And day by day, you continue to get worse and worse and worse because you cannot know. The people that will bring it to you, they will never bring the truth to you. It is all lies. That is the state that we are in Nigeria. And I will end again, as I always do most of the time. They still have the opportunity to do what is right. They can still cure themselves. They can still clean up, cure themselves, do what is right. At least pretend, manage to do what is right for once. For once. Something that will be there, that your name will be written, that yes, you did this. At least pretend. At least pretend to do this for Nigerians, look at the poor people. People dying everywhere. Is it a crime to be in Plateau State? Is it a crime for you to be in certain areas of Plateau and Benue State? Is it a crime for you to be living in certain part of Kaduna State? Is it a crime? Nigerians will do nothing until it happens to them. Mr. Elvis, I will leave it at this. I will leave it for now. I just pray. My prayer is that they are hearing one way or the other that these people somebody will just wake up and say, I want to do what is right. No matter what, I just want to do what is right. Because why? It is not rocket science, as they say. And truly, 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 it is not. It is not. If you want to do it, truly, truly, it is not. It's as call it what it is. For you to know. Don't come out and say like somebody saying the other day that it is tough. It is not. You are just trying to cut corners. Please do what is right for the sake of Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Once again, compliments.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Kinsley. God bless you, sir. All right. Let me hear from others. Those of you on the comment section, God bless you all. Thanks for your time with us. We have Madam Luke with us this evening again. Thank you very much, Madam Luke. Good evening to you. Please talk to us because we have a pathetic story today. What happened in Plateau, although we're highlighting it yesterday. So I guess you followed up from the beginning of this broadcast. Please, we'd like to hear from you. Thank you.
Good evening, my wonderful people. How are you?
Yeah, we're supposed to be good, but this Plateau issue, it's not
allowing. We are good because let me tell you, I have been hearing this Plateau thing since over 20 years ago. And I was on another platform when we had loads and loads of truck people coming in the middle of the night, and this caused a bunch of problems because people could not verify where these people were coming from and why they only moved in the middle of the night. We are talking of truckloads and truckloads of people migrating in the middle of the night. And when this was under Obasanjo's time and it was brought up, they said, oh, Nigerians should be allowed to move freely wherever they want to go. No checks, no balances. Nobody knew where these people were coming from. Now, these people have settled all over Nigeria and they are now taking over Nigeria. Now, I said this is not new. This has been going on for decades. Why is it this Plateau State? Why is it that anytime something like this happens, they use Plateau as a place for this? Like I said, it's not new. We have been mourning this for decades. It started from Obasanjo's time. And the Fulani oligarchs encourage it. You won't hear them calling. There's no, where is it that thing that they call? Is it Hamal or Lamal or whatever they call that? That's their this thing of sacrilegious. Nobody, no, not one not Anna, even the sultans or whatever have come out to condemn this act. It is a deliberate, orchestrated effort to keep Nigerians subdued and subjugated in fear. So, morning, I don't know if you have any tears left to cry for Nigeria. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I refuse, going forward, 2024, I refuse to be depressed by Nigerian matters because these are ongoing things. I left Nigeria for a reason. I couldn't beat them. I couldn't join them. I jackpot. And that's the best decision I've ever made in my life. So for those who choose to stay there, they would have to deal with it because I'm out. Like I say over here, the roof is on fire. We don't need the water, let the motherfucker burn. So if that's the way they want it, I'm all for it because I don't see this ending anytime soon. From one government to the other, it has been Plateau State. It has been Plateau State, and the governor will sit down there making speeches, very insulting on Christmas Day, fam. Can you imagine if any of this happens in a military, what do you call it, in a Muslim festival day? Can you imagine if this happens? One person's life is lost, where Muslims are celebrating their whatever those things are, what they do. Nigeria is a crime scene, and all these are orchestrated. It happened in Kaduna. Till today, we don't know what is going on there. And it's talk of southern Kaduna, the same place they've been killing people. So you see, it's a day of mourning for those who want to mourn. As for me, I don't have any tears left for Nigeria. We'll just keep talking about it and see what we'll do. And I've always said it until we have a Julius Malema. A Julius Malema in Nigeria that can rally people. Obi cannot do it because he already comes from a marginalized section of society where anytime the people come out of there, they're not going to be given any kind of credence. We need a Julius Malema in this country that will pull people together regardless of where they come from. And they will not see religion and they will not see tribe. But where are we going to get that? So yes, I have been following, and I'm like, it's nothing new. I was here in from 2009 when this Plateau thing came out. Like I said, and nothing was done about it. Even during Obasanjo's time, the state governors, what are they doing? Are you trying to tell me that you cannot secure the lives and properties of the citizens of your state? So, my dear Elvis, my dear Niger watchers, this is nothing new, and it will continue. It will continue. So let's keep talking about it until one solution falls out of a trick out of a magician and see what we can do about it. Has Tinubu made a statement? I don't know if he has. Like I said, this happened during Obasanjo's time. It was the same thing. And Obasanjo was a Christian. So, you know, to talk about this fake Muslim. I don't even know whether it's... I don't even know whenever Tinubu entered a mosque last. This fake Muslim, this one that has no spirituality, no religion, but corruption. That is in his DNA. So, my dear Elvis, I yield though to the next person. I'm good to be here. I'm awake. My eyes are bright and shiny.
Thank you.
I'm here to listen.
Thank you very much, Madam Luke. God bless you. Thanks for putting your voice out there. Yeah, I understand that the situation of Plateau have been there for years. I know, none of these presidents who came into power managed to sort it out. For a reason I don't know, because that's what is surprising me. As of right now, nobody is being arrested. The funny part of it is that they'll be doing the investigation. Everything is under investigation. At the end of the day, when they get to realize that the people have moved on, they will decide to move on as well. Wahala, Nigeria situation, it be as it gets. But meanwhile, let me call on the next person, which is the last person on the panel, is Oga F. Emmanuel. Oga F. Emmanuel, good evening to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Happy Boxing Day. Thanks for joining us this evening. Please, I'd like you to talk to us, sir, before we have a final submission.
Merry Christmas, my big brother. How far are you there? How is the family? How's everybody?
We are fine. Oh, I hope you had a good one, sir.
In fact, yesterday I tried to come on board, but no way. My boys, everybody around me, so I can't even concentrate. I said, okay, let me just stay.
I understand. It was a Christmas day, you know, so I expect everybody to be busy. Black Panther now is nowhere to be found.
Everybody are jackpot in a way. It's okay. It's just the spirit of the season, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas once again, everybody in the panel and those listening. Mr. Evans, I want to say that on one hand there is Mary, on the other hand there is weeping.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because right now I'm having a mixed feeling. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. I said, well, every Christmas, you know, about I think 2-3 years now, I've been having mixed feeling once it's 25th of December. Why am why am I having that kind of mixed feeling? I said, well, it makes me remember my dad. His birthday is on 25th. You know, that is why we answer Emmanuel. He was born on the 25th. So it makes me to remember when he was born. Why I'm supposed to be, you know, marrying for Christmas, but, you know, it makes me remember his date of birth. And unfortunately, it's no more. So that makes me have a lot of mixed feeling every December 25th. It's a wow. That's by the way. But coming back to our own country, where all families are supposed to be marrying in this season. We just talked about Kaduna killing few weeks ago, and now this is another one in Plateau State. So it got to me, you know, when I was meditating, you know, early this morning. So I was kind of like, God, why? Why are all these things happening? So the thing that got to me was, it's not only happening in Nigeria alone, but the way and manner in which it's being handled in Nigeria is what makes it really, really painful. There are other things that is also happening in other countries of the world. So he now led me to this part of scripture that I really read and read again. I've read it before, but he drew my attention again to this particular verse of scripture in 2 Timothy chapter 3. I'm not going religious now, but that was what really drew my attention was drew today. He said, 2 Timothy 3, chapter 3, verse 1 to 13. But I'm not finishing it. I'm not picking up just few. He said, know this also. He's talking to you and I. Meaning that mark this. Say, there will be terrible times in the last days. He said, terrible times in the last days. Say, people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money. I'm using a New International Version. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good. Mark that word, not lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Then the most painful part of it in verse 5, he says something that shocks me. He said, in this whole thing that I just listed, you say having a form of godliness, having a form of holiness, having a form of Christianity. I'm just putting my own analysis now. Having a form of godliness, but denying its power thereof. Have nothing to do with such people. Then another one is verse 7 that said, always learning, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Always learning, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. See, what baffles me most. So I'm linking it to what is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in the world globally, and I'm bringing it back home now. This verse of scripture captures virtually everything. In situations like this, that people over 115 that are supposed to be marrying, but they are no more, where is the love of our leaders? That's number one. Where is the love, even as the ordinary people of Nigeria? Anything that does not give you, how will I put it? Anything that, does not, you don't have anything to gain in it. That's where lovers of self comes in now. Anything that has nothing in it for you. Mr. Jonathan spoke before now. He said, average Nigerians, anything that they look at that they don't have anything to gain, they cannot participate. And which is true. You don't need to be a politician. You don't even need to be in government. Lovers of self, lovers of money, no affection. Your fellow brother is dying, no affection whatsoever. You just move on with your life as if nothing happened. Here in this country, a dog have issue. Let a dog die. A dog, or maybe just something happened to a dog. You see what will happen. But here we're talking about human beings like you and I, created by God. We're not talking about religion now. Created by God. Where is that affection? Where is that love? Rather, we are chasing money. That is why these politicians, they have succeeded in doing what they are doing. Why? Because they know average Nigerian. They know their temperament. They know they are move-on people. You can do anything to them. They have the ability to just move on. They'll be smiling and laughing in pain. They'll be smiling and laughing in poverty. They'll be smiling and laughing even when you're killing them. That is what is happening now. So I just want to let us know that we are in the last days. Perilous time, painful time, dangerous time, crying time. So whenever we see these things, it shouldn't be new. It shouldn't be strange to us. Men shall be lovers of themselves, boasters, covetous, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. Where is the natural affection in this matter? Where is the love to your neighbor? That's why the natural affection comes in situations like this. When people are weeping, when people are crying, even though you are supposed to celebrate Christmas, but when you see that your neighbor is crying for a loved one, somebody just died, he said it is better to go to the house of mourning than the house where they are declaring feast. In situations like this, where is the empathy? No affection anymore. So if we blame those in government, what about the ordinary Nigerians like you and I? And this is the one of the greatest covenant, the greatest commandment. Love God, love your neighbor as yourself. Are we loving ourselves? This is the reason why these politicians are carrying us to play. I don't even know what to say. Few minutes ago, I listened to Fubara. Imagine the people of River State. We are fighting, supporting him to not to agree with that kind of truth. Yet, look at what does that tell you? Do you know why he agreed to those things? How he came out on a Christmas day to re-emphasize acceptance of that kind of thing because of interest. It's not because of the people. Anything that does not have his own interest in it, because of interest. What is it in it for me? It will make me to remain a governor. Okay, I agree. It's not for the people. All the people that troop out in support of what the president has written has been destroyed, have been messed up. So how are we going to garner support for him anymore? How are we going to do? What are we going to do now? We looked at it that they took advantage of him, but look at it, he's agreeing to it. Why? Because there is something in it for him. It's not about the people, it's about him. That's the loving of himself, selfish interest. It's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this mess. Well, like I said, like I usually said, the truth is, Nigerians are part of their own problem. We are part of our problem, because if what you allow will keep happening to you. What you allow, we are the one that allow this mess. The other day we were talking about an average Nigerian in the market. We always find a way, to undo you. There's no transparency. There is no, I'm not talking about someone who is in government. Just do a little business with the other Nigerian. You will know that every average Nigerian is corrupt by nature. Cutting corners, making sure that he gets something. So imagine if that kind of person becomes a governor or find himself in the political power, what will happen? So these are the things we are talking about. Nobody is trusted. It's like this. In fact, when I think this whole thing, I just feel headache. You want to blame the political power. You also want to look at the people, the followers too. They have their own mess. Who will you now blame? Who will you now leave out of the whole mess? Everybody is involved. Let me give room for other people to talk, Jerry. Thank you, sir.
The situation of our country, Nigeria, is terrible. It's sickening. It makes you sick. And talking about a headache is natural. I have a headache over Nigeria issue every day just because I want a better country. I'm not doubting you, my brother, Mr. F. Emmanuel. It's sickening because we talk and it gets worse. We have a country where the government don't care about the people's plight. No matter how much you talk, they're not interested. Strange. Meanwhile, we have Midwest people just join us right now. Wanted to have a final submission, but he just came in. Good evening to you, sir, Midwest people. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Merry Christmas, my brother. I greet everybody that are present here and people are also listening as well. My brother, the situation is very, very saddening. A country during, I can say, spiritual festivity that mark Christianity. Some element would just go to a village or a settlement, eliminate more than 100, they are still counting, 60 people. And there is possibility of a total family being wiped out completely among that 160. Grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, and children. There's possibility. And the saddening aspect of it is that like we have got to a point where this thing is not like a normal thing. Because I had that woman that you just showed talking that, yes, the person that have died, they have gone. But we that is alive are the one that have to be worried. I'm indeed worried. I'm worried about my own people within that space called Nigeria. Now, the more you displace people, they will be forced to migrate. We are all one Nigeria. We are free to move wherever we are. But we are Nigeria without identity. People we don't have culture similarity with claims to be Nigeria because their people are in charge of the power of the country. They migrate into everywhere, load themselves in trailer, settling everywhere, and having a plan to come and fight and conquer every one of us. It's a serious threat, and it is real. All I have to say is that we should pray at any particular time where water they pass Gary. May God let us get leader, will be our own. No? Because what is happening in Benue State is a destiny of the entire country. Everybody is going to collect it, except they have to do something. That's just the truth. It's coming down to area where people feel they are secured. It's really coming. Because they have tested the security architecture of the country. They've discovered that the entire security system has been stressed. Because of corrupt practices and lack of accountability in the part of the government within all these security institutions, they are not meeting up to expectation, no matter what you pump there to finance them. So these guys are well prepared. They are well funded across the border. All big countries are bringing money to Nigerians far away from Middle East, and nobody is accounting for what that money is being spent for. All the way from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, everywhere. These guys they're pumping money to sponsor one organization or the other with the deception that they want to develop our country for us. It's very unfortunate, my brother, because I am worried that this thing that we are looking far away is no longer far away from us. Since we have accepted it as a normal thing, it's coming closer to us faster. Because if it is a country where there is still iota of love for human life, I assure you by now, Nigerians will be planning for a demonstration. One, the president have never visited that place. The deputy have never visited that place. And top Nigeria politicians have never visited that. That is to tell you the level of acceptance. Accepting this kind of stuff as a normal thing. Because if we see it as abnormal things, and that is how we want to treat it, I tell you by now, everywhere will be shaken.
My brother. See,
yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you just for a few seconds. Even if you see them rushing there tomorrow, visiting there tomorrow, that means that there is already money in their pocket. They won't go there empty-handed. That's just the fact. Yeah. They are going there because there's already something in their pocket.
My worry is that I feel if we have leaders, particularly in the SATA place, Edo Delta, this is the time they have to start creating an outfit in case of any eventuality. This is not a joke. People have a reason why they terrorize Benue State. The reason is to occupy the place, is to chase the indigenous people away. And really, they are already taking possession of those areas, according to information. You understand me? So, and they are going to do it across the country. The seed is already there. They are just watering it to grow to a bigger level because they pieces us into states. People were not consulted, and they were doing all these things because they have a long-time plan agenda, and those agendas are being manifested today in the aspect of our leaders. They don't see themselves as one, and the followers don't see themselves as one. But this is a common enemy, an enemy who want to keep people in thousand, create horror and fear in their heart, and we cannot put ourselves together and say, look, this thing, enough is enough. It's not by force to be a Nigerian, but we are all Nigeria to progress. If we are not seeing that progress, it is hard time people have to come together and discuss critical issues. It's very shameful. The president is running here and there, calling investor into a place where 160 people buy like that. And when they check into every state is collecting the northern part of Nigeria. Collecting gradually, just because this one is 160, they can't hide it. In 10, in 15, people wake by news, not even they talk about that one. In 20s, they know they talk. Even the army themselves, sometimes they have to hide some news. It's like they can't deal with this issue. And indeed, they don't have equipment to deal with it. Technologically, know-how we don't have. Bigger powers are sponsoring them. They want to expand them. They want to establish whatever they want to establish. My brother, it's very saddening. It's painful today because when I see this, since I had this news, I keep on worried. And, it troubles my heart for my own people. It troubles my heart. Are we just going to fold our hands out in these things come to our doorsteps before we start putting measures against them? There is no country that will progress and grow under these circumstances. That Mr. Governor will be blaming president and the president blaming governor, the other one. There is no way any country can make an iota of progress under this situation. Investors cannot even try to go and put their money into that account, except they see an opportunity to come and exploit your natural resources. Since the country looks so primitive, we don't believe in professionals. We don't have law to protect our environment. So all the chemicals that other countries have put an embargo, they bring it there and pollute the air and the environment. And they tell you investors has come. Anybody that comes is an investor. Nobody talks about the environment, the negative effect, some of the chemicals they are coming to use in our land. We don't have people. We don't have laws to check them. You can see how vulnerable and exposed we are to this greedy world that we live upon today. So these are only the investors that will come to Nigeria. They will come for your natural resources and commit more harm than good. While the politicians will mobilize the army, they will mobilize the police, they will talk to judiciary and protect them to continue the havoc. After all, they have shown to the world they don't care about their people. There is no country in the world that this kind of something will happen under this season, that people will not feel the impact. The president, for them, they don't even care. Everybody has relaxed. They have seen it as normal. And it will continue. Not this one, they have collected their own. The ones that are still alive, everybody have to be worried. And that's just the truth. Dear brother, I also give the space to another person because this one is becoming too much. And it seems our government don't have what it takes to stop it. And they cannot even stop it. It's very clear. That's just the truth.
All right. Thank you. Midwest people. God bless you, sir. Thank you for your submission and your time with us once again on the panel. I appreciate you. Before I comment on that, I have somebody on the phone. Love of God is my strength. Good evening to you, madam. Thanks for calling in. Please, I'd like you to talk to us. Thank you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone on the panel, comment section, and happy Boxing Day. Boxing Day, where everybody's boxing inside the house. We are all boxing inside the house under the duvet.
There's nothing to be happy about.
It's nothing. I know.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I know. Now, I just said this massacre that happened in our country, especially in Plateau State. This has been ongoing. It has been ongoing. It's not today. We have been hearing, I don't know, God is a wonderful God. I wonder how we are still having people in Plateau State being called a people of Plateau. I don't know how it's happening, because the way they go there is as if they want to take their land from there. It's like a land grabbing that they are going out for. Let me speak. Number one, I want to speak on the governor of Plateau State. The way the governor came out and start talking about the deaths that happened in the state. People died, and you are wearing white. Your people were massacred, 100 plus, and you are wearing white. So you are showing to people that you are in a happy mood. He's supposed to rub himself on black to show what how negligent that it can be. That can be a governor of a state, and people can come and they can tell you that they are coming, and there's no security that was made for these people to be safe. And you have the God to come and tell Nigerians that 50 people were massacred, when we know it is more than 50. And you are wearing white, shining white, not even a one that is dirty. It shows that that man has no pity, he has no love for his people. And I feel really angry. That's one. Number two, the one that called himself president, we have not heard anything from him to even say, let's call a press conference to talk about what happened. This thing that happened in Nigeria on a celebration day. This is the second time they've done this. They did it last year on Christmas Day. They captured one bishop in Plateau State, used him as ransom for a very long time. After they tied him out, buy him and put him in the hole, and even show us the picture on Christmas Day. Every time they do it as if it's a thing for them, a joy for them to do this to Christians, so that on our celebration day we are going to be angry. I don't know why, and it's a wonder to me, why is this thing happening? Number three, Arise TV. There's something they do that really worries me. In this country, BBC, Sky News, or ITV, if there's a sad news, the way the presenter will come out and present the matter, you will know that, you will see the person's tone will change to what he's trying to say, because that's journalism. You don't come out when we have something that as great as this happening in Nigeria, and you are talking, laughing in the studio as if there's nothing. What's his name? Rube Abati is thinking that it's a joke, because when something do not happen in your family, you don't feel it. You don't know the pain of how people who are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, and you people went to make them sad, and you people came on with makeup, looking beautiful on the street, and you people are talking as if what happened in that place is nothing to them. They need to change that system. Someone needs to tell them that they are getting it wrong. It's not a celebration. We are not happy with what happened. Come out and let us see it in your face. Let us see remorse in you. Let us see empathy in you for those who their loved ones have been permanent. So that's what I think that is wrong with our Nigerian journalists. They bury things, they cut numbers. If 100, if 1,000 payment, they will say it's 30, they will say it's 50. They are cutting it to the world not to see. But we know the truth. Number 4, I remember when that thing happened in Kaduna, when they threw a bomb. They quickly say, the person that is flying that plane is from the east. I don't know how they buried it. I think this is a plan thing. because they say they went to bomb where they are praying. So they have planned it, and they did what they did yesterday. So like a revenge against the Christian. Nigerians, let us talk to ourselves. Something is happening. Nigeria is shaking. There's no Nigeria anymore. This Nigeria that you see is a business entity. This Nigeria that you see is a place where they just come together to make their money, and when they go on that set, we enter. If we are still hoping there is a nation that is going to change Nigeria, we are joking. I had to say something today. The Plateau State governor was calling Mr. President Tinubu. Doesn't he know how he came in? Was he elected into that position? They will cover it and be covering it. Everything we see, we cover it with cloth. We cover it. That's how we've been covering in Nigeria since 1960 up to this time. Until we start to say the truth, Nigeria will be where it is. And for Nigerians, we are the only one that have the right to, is in our hand. What we do with it, that's what will happen. If we want to follow them the way they are doing us, let us continue to follow them. So very soon we might not have a country to enter, because maybe they will live where they are doing it, and they will come to the city. And when they come to the city, Abuja, look at Abuja, everywhere now people are running, because every time they pick people from their house and take them to the bush. God will help us. My brother, everybody's sad, but may God help us.
Thank you, ma. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. That is all we have for you in terms of the first session. So I'd like us to have a final submission so that we can round up this show. I'll come back to give us a mandate again. But before that, I'd like to quickly appreciate Michael and Amaro. Thank you very much, sir, for the super chats. Thank you. I'm grateful. May God bless you. Give us a mandate. Please give us your final submission, 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry, I put something in the private chat. I don't know if you saw it, sir.
Sorry, but I think we
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Well, we will just continue to make our voices heard, and hopefully things will change, and the people will actually arise to the task of saving the country, because as it stands right now, the people in power don't have anything to offer. They don't know how to do it. They cannot do it, and they are denying the reality or the fact that they cannot do it. But we'll just continue to speak, and hopefully things get better, and then the country is fixed. Plateau State, honestly, is very sad, and the governor saying what he said, I don't know. These leaders, they don't have anything to offer. Only in Nigeria you see politicians come out, and all they do is to tell lies. You cannot hold them to any manifesto. You cannot hold them to any word. All they do is lie. Lies. Nigerians, I don't know how many more you want to take, but maybe we'll just continue to wait until you decide you chose to arise. But until then, we will continue to speak. We will not stop speaking. We'll speak truth to power, and we'll continue to say it. These guys don't know and cannot fix the country. Nigerian youth, arise. Take your country back. Thank you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes. Thank you very much. Give us a mandate. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. I saw what you share. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But meanwhile, let me quickly move on to the next person. Mr. Jonathan, please, sir, give us your final submission, 5 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone. I believe it was give us a mandate who said that if they give Mr. Tinubu 20 years or in particular number of years, he can't still do not. He will do nothing. So to say, that's a fact. Give him to rule Nigeria for the next double the term. Is it 8 years? Give him 16. He will do nothing. It is only Nigerians that will be worse off at the end of it. To address this issue that they can't do anything, even look at what happened before Christmas, the last 50% transport discount. They are drumming all over the place. That in itself is not even real. It appears or it seems to be a good, immediate, short-term policy. That's what it appears to be, which is not. It is simply because somebody or some people have lined up their pockets with the commonwealth of the people of Nigeria. Anything, I can't say that enough today to re-emphasize it today, even going forward. Please, when you see them rushing to Plateau tomorrow, don't think they are doing anything good. They can't do good. They don't have the capacity to do good. They cannot do it. It is simply because somebody is going to get paid at the expense of the people of Plateau State. They cannot do anything. The only hope that remains for the people of Plateau State now, it is in their hands themselves. It is in their hands. I was watching over the weekend. I think it's also important just to know that Nigeria is an abnormal space, completely abnormal space. In Serbia, this country, this Eastern European country, in Serbia, they had their parliamentary election, I think last Sunday. Not these two Sundays 2 days ago, the one before this last one. They had their election and they announced the result. And the people said that is not the result. They have occupied the street of Belgrade. There's no messing around. The people take their country themselves. They have occupied Belgrade. Is that this election should be called off, a fresh election this one should be annulled and a fresh election called. No messing around. See, it is too serious. It is too fundamental, the issue of election. Not just a local election. We're talking of the general election, presidential election. It is not for court. You see this court thing, because this is our problem. We have to address it. If not for this, we will not be where we are now. We will not be where we are now. The people of Serbia, they have occupied their country. They are not giving it to any court to say court should come and decide anything. The moment the election result was announced last week, Wednesday, everybody stepped out. That country is upside down as we speak now. They are not waiting for any court to come. And this is not about court. It's too fundamental. If there are just some issues with elections, here and there, you have that issue there. Maybe you want a few places. Then you can say the court will. But when it is too fundamental, it is the people that will take back their country themselves. You don't leave it to criminals. For you to have the guts to sit down and plan to rig an election in the first place is criminal. And you don't allow criminal to get away. This is too serious a matter. You can't leave it in the hands of court. Somebody who has the capacity to plan to rig an election getting through the system will not be it will be much. That one is even easier than the rigging itself. Going through the system to manipulate the system is much easier than the rigging itself. See, the rigging is much more difficult. After the rigging, manipulating the system, whether the court, whether the institutions, the agencies, that one is no problem. Because they are the one that set those institutions up in the first place. So going back to manipulate those institutions is not a problem. It is the rigging. It is the people. We have to steal from the people. If we can succeed in stealing from the people, then leave the rest. Because Nigerians sat down all this while and allowed these people. Now they are emboldened. They are emboldened to the point where Nigerians are not citizens in their own country. This is just, I don't know, is it to cry? How to say this? They're not citizens, for crying out loud. They just buy people like that. Even if they kill one of your citizens, all hell will break loose for that alone. For that alone. Talk how much more we're talking of over 200 people. Just the other day, over 100 in Kaduna. And I know that number is much higher than that. For a fact. This is it again. No respect for human life. At least respect your citizens. These are your citizens. Your citizens of your country that you sworn an oath to protect them. When you take that oath, you are saying in effect that the lives of every individual in that country, you will protect the life of every single individual in that country. It is not when 10,000, even if 100,000 people die in Nigeria today, nothing will happen. It's just going to be business as usual. It's nothing to them. It's nothing. And it is Nigerians that allow this on themselves. They brought this to themselves. Nobody, they brought it on themselves. On themselves rather. They brought this on themselves. This shouldn't have stand in the first place. When an election is rigged, you don't wait because you know what you voted for. You know what you voted for. You don't wait. Nobody will allow it, not in this age and time. Nobody will allow it anywhere in the world. You know what used to be Serbia? Serbia used to be an Eastern European country, a communist country, where they terrorize them and they oppress them. Can they do that today now? It can't happen. People are so free to fight and demand for their rights. That is what is needed going forward. There is no way. There's nothing else. Nigerians must fight this themselves. Otherwise, we are not citizens. I'm sorry to say, we are just slaves in our own country. Even slaves are treated better. Slaves are treated better. A slave master will, if one of his slaves is by outside, a slave master will carry other slaves to go and fight and defend that for one of his slaves that was by. You know the history of slavery. When they kill one slave, then they buy one slave, the slave master will carry the rest. They go and fight. Even they treat slaves better. Can't even treat somebody, even if dogs are even better. Why people like that? Nobody is talking at the highest level. Nobody is talking. Nothing is coming from the highest level. It's so sad. Is it when they buy 1,000 people one day? Or when they buy 6,000 people one day, or more than that one day before you talk? Let somebody come and tell me. Let somebody come and tell me here whether what happened in Plateau and what has been happening in Benue is different from what we've seen happening in Gaza. Those babies that we're seeing, whether those people, they are not. It's all the same. It's all the same. What we are seeing it every day on our TV. What has been unfolding in Gaza for the last 2 months or thereabout now. People are talking, showing emotions all over the place. They are killing babies, they are killing children, they are killing. What about those people there? What about people in Plateau? What about those people in Benue? What about the people in Kaduna? What is the difference there? What? For crying out loud. It's just so sickening. And until Nigerians see themselves as citizens, you are just,
okay.
Let me just use the words. I mean, it's just sickening. But I'll leave it at that. It is Nigerians that will take their country back. Nobody. We've seen another example unfolding right now in Europe as we speak. It is only the citizens of country that takes back their country from them, especially when your right is stolen from you in broad daylight. You don't wait for anything. You fight for it to get it back. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you very much. Before we round up, we need to have a minute silence for these people that lost their lives. Although we also have Madam Origin that want to speak. Madam Origin, are you there with us?
Yes, please. Yes, thank you so much for giving me
Thank you
this
very much.
opportunity. This is for Madam Busy Brain. Madam Busy Brain, if you're hearing my voice, I know you're so passionate about your state, Plateau State. We feel your pain. We are with you.
Yes.
And whenever I don't think, I will want, you can come out to speak now, but whenever you have the strength to come and speak to us and to speak to Nigerians and to, this is one place we come out. I tell everybody, if you're not angry, if you're a Nigerian and you're not angry, then something is wrong with you. So we understand. Come and vent your anger. This is our therapy place. We are with you. And thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, we are going to do the 1 minute. It is necessary. I just rested there for now. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. God bless you. All right. Okay. Before we will go on for the next person, let's just do the 1 minute right now. 1 minute silent for all of them, all the people that lost their lives in Plateau and across Nigeria right now. Very fortunate. Let's do this. Thank you, my people. May the departed souls rest in peace. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me come to Madam Luke. Madam Luke, thank you very much. If you're still there with us, please give us your final submission. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Well, final submission. We're not even going to discuss Wike and Fubara. Like I said, anything born of illegality will continue to play out. Just as they rigged out Labour Party off of the state, this is the fallout of what we're seeing. Criminality will only continue in the states. Plateau State, like I said, nothing new. It has been going on for over 3 decades. Since I have been on social media, this has been going on. And finally, yes, it is left for the Nigerians to take the country back. Unfortunately, people living in Nigeria are not Nigerians. These are imported terrorists from outside the country that are taking over Nigeria. While the true Nigerians are exiting because they cannot take it anymore, we have a bunch of infiltrates coming in to take the country. So what country are we talking about here? The one that has been hijacked? And now the true Nigerians are the minority? Or the ones that have been subdued? The older ones, the children, the helpless. Nigeria now is just existing with a lot of foreign bodies and foreign interests. And when you talk about the foreign interests, we're not even talking about the ones that are migrating from Africa. We're even talking about culpability from the Western world. Like I said, until we have a Malema that has the mindset of Pan-Africanism, Nigeria is not going anywhere. This is greater than Peter Obi, greater than any political party. We have to change our mindset. Until Nigerians fight for Nigeria, I don't see anything happening. Unfortunately, the true Nigerians are where? We are out of the country. So who's going to fight for Nigeria? Your guess is as good as mine. Happy holidays, my people. Like I said, I have no tears to shed for Nigeria no more. I'm done. I am done. I'll just hear and watch. And right now, I'm in an entertainment mode. Anything I see from Nigeria is pure entertainment for me. I will not mortgage my spiritual or mental health on account of Nigeria no more. I made a promise to myself, and I'm not going to do it no more. So let the chips fall where they may. And I will boldly beat my chest. I wasn't part of the rot in Nigeria. I have never done anything unpatriotic against Nigeria. So I don't see any reason. I don't feel any guilt not helping to fix it. I wasn't there when they were looting. I wasn't there when they were pillaging. I wasn't there when they were killing. I was here on self-exile. I sold myself back to slavery to redeem myself. So I cannot pay twice in my lifetime for a country that has failed me. So for those who care, knock yourself out. Peace out.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Luke. God bless you. Let's move on. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Nigeria's situation is so painful. All right. Let me call on Oga F. Emmanuel. Please give us your final submission, sir.
My brother, it is a hard pill to swallow. Well, what will I say? It's still our country. I can't throw away the baby with the bathwater. In as much as we're here, by the grace of God, like some of us here, we still have relatives back home that we worry about. No matter how comfortable we are here, we still have relatives that are in that dungeon. So that's why you see us always coming here to talk and also praying that things get better, you know. So it's a painful one, but that's where we find ourselves. One thing I want to also say, that our media, they are first Nigerians before they became a professional media, before they find themselves in that office. I'm worried that things like this will happen in our land, and all our media in Nigeria, none of them is putting on black. We are blaming the Plateau State governor for putting on white, no problem. What about our media? Where is the patriotism? Are they not Nigerians? Are they not in the same country when all this is happening? Can't they showcase or fill the pulse of the bereaved, to at least say 2 wrongs can never make a right. If our leaders are not complying accordingly, if our leaders are not patriotic enough, what about our media that is updating us of what is happening? Can they put on black to show, first of all, that they were first Nigerians, even before they got to where they are today? Coming to tell us stories. This is what is happening in this state, the other state. These are human beings, for crying out loud. Arise, channels, and all the other medias, AIT, NTA, where all of you, can't you just put on a black attire, at least for 5-15 minutes, that you're projecting your news to the public? At least that will show to the whole world that you are a patriotic Nigerian. But unfortunately, that is not what is happening.
May I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I've heard this black and white. I've heard this black and white and black and white and black and white and black and white. And I've made it in the comment. Putting on a show of mourning does not reflect exactly what goes on in your mind. People mourn differently. So there is no symbolic way, there's no universal symbolic way to mourn. And for the final note, this has been going on. You need to understand that Nigerians have seen this as the norm. So if you don't have any more tears to shed, it means that you have reached your limits. So it doesn't necessarily mean we don't feel it, but we have become desensitized. Thank you.
All right.
Well, madam, I agree with you to an extent, but my point is, as long as, you're standing for the public, you are mediating for the public, even if we've gotten to the point of no return, at least you are a leader in your own way. Because the question is, nobody reads anybody's mind, but at least what people see will portray at least a little of sympathy. That's the angle I'm going. That's the angle I'm going. Not as if.
But you cannot give what you don't have. When you do that, that is hypocrisy. It's better I see them the way they are. They shouldn't camouflage it, please. Let them be what they are. So if you don't have it, you cannot give it, is what I'm trying to say.
It's okay. All right. Well said. But in final note, Nigerians, your freedom is in your own hands. Set yourself free from this oppression of the wicked leaders. Dati Ahmed said, the day you rise up, your country is ready for the grab. Anytime at all you awake, you can take back your country. If you decide you want to take it in 20 years to come, it's up to you. If you decide you need it now, it's still up to you. But one thing you should know, that Nigeria is always ready for the grab and for the change that you desire. It's in your own hands. Thank you.
Thank you very much, F. Emmanuel. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
This Mr. CIA. I'm calling from London, Derby, UK.
Okay, thank you, sir. Please talk to us. 2 minutes.
Okay. Good evening. Am I live now?
Yeah, you're live. Go ahead, sir. 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for having me. I just want to comment on this what I call it, disaster, or these inhumane guys that just went and shed some blood. We know that it's now a normal event. Since Buhari came in, they've been killing. So when the governor of Plateau State says this is not terrorism, the root cause is religion. It's religion. And if Nigerians are expecting Tinubu to do anything, they are wasting their time. I can guarantee you next year they will kill again. It is a normal thing, and it's so sad. But like the brother was saying that we need to mourn 1 minute silence, put on black and white. It will not end the killing. Next year by Christmas they will kill again. So that's the system. Until there's law and order in that country, the killing continues. So you put on black and white, blue and yellow, red and green, 1 minute silence, it will not end the killing, it will still continue. Tomorrow, probably they will kill again.
All right.
Anything happen? No. So let's not, I know you did 1 minute silence, it's people's choice. But the lady said something, one of the ladies, she is tired of shedding tears. It is so sad, but the system has collapsed. So I'm not going too far, but it looks like now that I think the country needs to be divided. The Christians go one way, the Muslims go one way, because this is a religious war. Simple.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Oh, wow. I wish all these submission opinions, the government are taking it serious. I don't know. To me, I'm dumbfounded today, though. I don't know. But let's move on. Let me hear from the last person on the panel. Give Midwest people. Thank you, sir. Please give us a final submission.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
I've had many people, the truth of the matter is that what is coming up on our country is bigger than this. We just have to prepare our mind. These guys are well organized. People sponsor them. There are those across the boundary of the country who believe they are winning because they are in a mission for their religion. And even countries that are powerful are able to resist them the way they are moving globally. So I just pity for my own country. Because except we have to see the reality and make people to understand that, look, what is coming is bigger than this. And it's coming for the whole country. I don't think people are going to be serious. Because most of these politicians you are seeing, somebody told me today that, do you know the funny aspect of it? That these guys you are seeing occupying position, their children are no longer in Nigeria. They've given dual nationality to their children. They've settled them in country elsewhere. They don't even work. They have enough money to spend. So just imagine. Now, if everything now decide to slip into full-scale crisis, they are not going to wait. So you can smell the vulnerability against our people because those who are sponsoring these guys committing this evil are well prepared. They will be there to give the directives. While we who feel we are safe in the South, our leaders, those guys you call your governor, you call commissioner, you call Senate, they will abandon their place. It is our time. People have to call spade a spade because this issue is a serious one. Everyone have to start meeting and start discussing this critical issue. People need to consult behind the closed door over this issue. Nigeria is still our country, but that does not mean we should not prepare in case of any eventuality. They need to. And that's just my submission because this one we are saying is nothing, man. These guys, they mean business. And they're just looking for a way to perfect it. The first strategy was to destroy the economy. Indigenous people will be running out of their land while they are occupying it. And the second one is to create fear and horror. So people will be running away while they will also be occupying some space. Now we have IDP camp across the country. Tell me anyone that are successful that the government has been able, haven't deployed Nigeria army, mix them with police, mix them with the mobile, call them all kind of name, thunder safety, this one, elephant killer, this one, whatever, tiger moving in the sky. What name have they not been? Tell me one IDP camp that are successful, that the people that occupied that they successfully return back to their own places of origin. There is no one. And many people are still going there now. IDP camp is swelling. And you want to tell me that country is not at war? We're into serious trouble because everywhere across the country, even in the north, everywhere. But those who want to, who want to kill innocent people and by bringing in bad, evil people, at a point, it seems they cannot even control these guys again. They are also vulnerable as well. But we need to do something and look for a way to put a wedge of safety and security for our own people. That's just what I'm trying to advocate for, because this thing is not a normal thing. So we just have to accept the reality. It's an abnormal situation, but we're in a country where abnormal things are not normal. So that's what I mean. So it's just the truth. They will only go there to go and give false promises as usual. We are investigating. We are going to investigate. We are going to hunt for the perpetrator. We are going to bring them to the justice of the land. All those things are just talk. The army themselves, they don't tire. I'm telling the truth. They don't tire. They know what is going on more than us. Every guru inside the election, they were aware. What is going on today, how they arrest people tomorrow, other group will set them free, they are saying it. So even they are overstretched, they are no longer army, they are not police. Just imagine. They are training for all these years since 1990 date is now a training of how to police, not how to combat and save a country in case of any aggression. So my brother, I rest my own case. There is very heartbroken. They make this Christmas so saddening for me because most of us who live in Europe for years or in an advanced world, life matters a lot, my brother. Particularly European here, we don't see this horror as much where they buy people all the time. If cats have problem here, you have people to call, and they will come with ambulance. If you have dog and cat here in your house, you see they're coming. No talk of human being, my brother. 116 souls. Everybody just like, they don't know what to do. Nobody knows where to go. Nobody knows where to cry to. May God have mercy on us, my brother. I give this space to another person. It's so heartbroken. That's just the truth.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Midwest people. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're supposed to be rounding up now, but somebody requested for a number to call. The number is on the screen right now in case you want to call in. I will wait for you to call in. Just put in like 1 minute for you to call in. So we go on this quick break. Just because of you, I'm waiting for your call. If I come back from the break and you're not there, then we will move on. And yeah, to the next person. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Madam Deborah, thanks for calling in. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you too. Please talk to us.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. And thank you for the good work that you're doing. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of flu, so I might not be able to talk loud.
Okay,
but it's really depressing what is happening in Nigeria. Even at this season of celebration, unfortunately, they still manage to take the life of so many people. And I can assure you that the number they are putting out there is way more than whatever number the government is putting out there, it will be times 5 or 4 of that number. They will never put out the exact truth of what happened. It's really, really depressing that these things keep happening and nothing is being done about it. That people are just being deleted, large numbers of people. The same thing happened in Benue State. The entire year Buhari was there and nothing happened. Even the past governor kept crying and he seems helpless. So I don't know what is going to end this, but the sad reality is that nothing is going to happen. Even if the government is not doing anything, what about the citizens? Why is that silent?
Why are the other parts of Nigeria not showing concern? But they've forgotten that when they finish with one part, they will come to another part. When is this going to end?
Okay.
And then even on social media, these things, Nigerians are not even putting it out there. You will see them talking about things that are not important.
Exactly.
Or Emeka Ike's issue. The whole bloggers will be talking about irrelevant things. But what is going on in their own country, that they won't spend time talking about it. Like one of the people on the panel said that with what is going on in Nigeria, is it not even worse than what is going on in Gaza? But how much more? But you can see the amount of publicity that one is getting, the way they are putting it out there.
Okay.
But Nigeria owns nothing. When you even go on social media, apart from you and maybe if there's anybody that is talking about it, you won't even know that something like that has happened. And tomorrow everybody will move on. I don't understand. It's sickening whenever you hear things like this happen, and the way that it is being reported and the way it is being dealt with. I don't know what has happened to Nigerians that have made us so docile about things that are important, about things that need to be spoken about. Maybe, I don't know what will happen that will wake them up, but I'm still waiting to see that response, that kind of reaction that will wake up people to be angry, to say, no, enough of this. But it's not happening. It's not. It's not happening.
Okay.
And that's
Thank you, madam.
The saddest part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let me pick this call. Hello, yeah, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from? Hello?
Hello?
I can hear you. Where you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Wally. I'm calling from New York.
All right, okay. Were you the one that wrote on the comment section asking for a number to call?
No.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Wally.
I've been looking for your number for a long period of time. I used to listen to your program and everything.
Oh, wonderful.
Let me just, Mr. Evans, you see, if we really want to win these people, we should stop all this, religion, this and that. Muslims should go on their own, go on. No, we should stop it. We should stop it. In fact, we want to take out these criminals out of the government house, and we have to work together. But if you are saying, this and that, no, it's not going to work. That's one. And two, Mr. Evans, that governor, whatever happened in that place, that governor, at least those people, they always give them, what do you call it, security votes. The money the president is governing every month. What are they doing with the money? All the governors that are Plateau State, what are they really doing with those monies? So what are they really doing with it? And Mr. Evans, I want to tell you something, sir. You see, for me, for now, we should be canvassing for the next election. This is the president we need to change. We should be interested in the House of Assembly and the Senate, because those people are the main criminals. Because if we don't do anything about those people and we are focusing on the president, I'm sorry, even if we put the best president, man, that we know that, even if Mr. Obi, when the election was there, those criminals House of Assembly, they will not allow him to operate. We need to tell our people that, look, not only the president we need, the House of Assembly and the Senate is very, very important. And that is what we'll be telling Sowore, that look, if you go to the Senate, then finish them in this Senate vote. Let us know what is happening in that Senate. I know you love Nigeria and you want to be better for Nigeria. All these things that they are doing there, if you can come and tell us, this is what people are doing, so that people will know, because they will hate you. Because without those things, as a Senate, I'm sorry, I don't think the president cannot do nothing. And those, if you look at now, we have the president Tinubu now. He's doing the way he's doing because of he has National Assembly, both Senate and House of Assembly. They have PDP and APC, those criminals. And look at what's happening now. The Labour people that we are even talking, maybe they'll make a change. They're also joining them. We need the good people in that assembly. We need them. And this is time we should start. If we really want those criminals of killing Tinubu not to be there in 2027. We need to start working now. We should leave there, let them enjoy the 4 years, and we should start preparing for the next election. That's what I think we should be doing now. Thank you very much, Mr. Irving.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Wale. All right, guys, I'm done with calls now. Madam Eugenia, I'm so sorry for what is happening in your state. Good evening to you. I didn't know that you're from Plateau State. Very, very sorry. I understand that Madam Busy Brace is from Plateau State as well. You know, so I'm so sorry. You know, I'm with you guys. Trust me, I'm with you guys. It's very sad. Very, very sad. To be honest, I can't see this stopping anytime soon because we don't have the people, the right people in place that can stop this. So it might likely get worse. Yeah, it might likely get worse. You know, we don't have the people, the right people in place that can stop insecurity in Nigeria. Currently, kidnapping is not a lucrative business in Nigeria. It's pathetic. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time with us today. We've come to the end of this broadcast. I'd like to appreciate again Michael and Amaro. Thank you, sir, for your support earlier on. Thank you very much, every one of you that came to the panel. Give us a mandate. Mr. Jonathan, Kingsley, Madam Luke, F. Emmanuel, Midwest people. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Now, God bless you now. I have somebody still calling in. Let's take this call quickly. You know, hello, yeah, good evening to your name. Where are you calling us from?
Yes, Donny Boy, I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Talk to us. You have 1 minute because we are rounding up now. 1 minute.
Yes, I served in Jos, Plateau State. And so that is why I served in Brighton Ladi. And so that is why, you know, it touches me, this kind of thing happening. My own opinion here is just to put more money on security. I mean,
who's going to put the money on security? Who?
Yes, arms. They need to arm the youth.
That's what I'm saying. Who is going to do it? Who is going to do it,
it's
sir?
the government now. They have
Which
the
government?
money now.
Which
What
government?
Are they using the money for? They join the Plateau State government now. The Plateau State government, they have
Okay.
money.
Okay.
I mean, there are a lot of people that are wealthy in that state. They should arm them and they should be accountable for those arms. Even the bullets, count the bullets daily.
Okay.
You come to work, they give you bullet to go and man do surveillance. I mean, there's not security personnel. You can even send people abroad, ask for help, do some. I think a better sense of people to Israel for training now. You have to make effort. Help yourself. Nobody will help you. And then, anytime you go for patrol, you come back, you count your gun, your bullets, how many bullets they gave you. You know, there should be accountability too in the security system. So they don't use it for private means. And even protect, this is, you know, it's how can I put it? It's who gets the pain that feels it. So you cannot compare security situation in Plateau with security situation in Kwara or Zamfara, you know? So it's who has the pain that feels it. I cannot feel any other person's pain. Out there, it was Second World War that brought America to poverty. Go to history. I look at history. You have to fight. It was after they fought the Second World War. After they fought, it was as we were building the machinery, building themselves, building the security to go and get Hitler out. That they came out of poverty.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Up to now, at least they've been able to,
All right.
to maintain,
All right.
their level of financial security.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah, thank you for calling. God bless you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Elvis, let me just make a few comments on this last call.
Yeah, please make it very brief. I need to go now.
Thank you very much. See, the last caller is like you are not familiar with the happenings in Nigeria. First of all, giving money to security is just lining their pocket again. In the 8 years of Buhari administration, 6 out of those 8 years, defense got the largest share of the budget.
The least amount during the 8 years of Buhari's administration that defense got was 900 billion naira. Aside from the supplementary budget, where is it today? Where is that money today? It's nowhere to be found. They just line their pocket. Right now, it is not about additional money for security in Nigeria. It is the people. There are people that are behind this. And you need the leader that is ready to undo Nigeria, to play his role, his constitutional role of securing Nigeria. Not just mouth or eye service, not sycophancy. Do your job. That is the only way. Additional money for security is not the way. As I've said it earlier, and I am happy that somebody came now to make this kind of comment. This is what we're talking about. When the moment you see them allocate additional money to security, you will see all of them will come out like bees pursuing honey. They will come out to do nothing. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I feel so down today. I don't know. I don't have the energy to continue this broadcast. But although we've come to the close to the hours that we normally do, the reason why I'm down is just that everything we are doing, I don't know. Sometimes I just ask myself, what is happening? Is this thing working? Is all this effort? Yes, we ourselves, we appreciate ourselves, but what about the government? What are they doing about our plight? Because it is something that we really need to think about. Yeah, we appreciate ourselves here. We care about ourselves and all that. But what is happening? What is happening back home? Nigeria is getting worse. Is anything bad if we come here to talk about, oh, thank God, though, finally Nigeria is getting better and all that? There's nothing like that at all. It's just, I don't understand. The whole thing is so sickening. It's tiring. Man. Nevertheless, my people, let's round up. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God bless you. Now, we do hope, fingers crossed, that Nigeria will be better in our time.
Mr.
For me, I
Elvis.
don't know how this can work, man. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Elvis, sorry. Let me just, and I want to reach out to you because I see that you are down. And this was where I was when I came to join your show. And I thought you, listen to me, let me tell you, this is political. See, there are ritualists in Nigeria trying to take all of us down. You cannot afford to be down. You cannot afford to be down. Always keep that spirit up. Please, because where this Nigerian matter will take you, you don't want to go there. Lift yourself up, please. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's normal. I don't know. When things like this happen, I just think it's normal because I'm a human being, but it's really sad because why it's sad? Should we allow this to come knock on our door, on the doors of our relatives, before we now get to feel the realism of the pains that others are currently facing right now? That is my point. Because it's crazy. This is crazy, and I don't know. Because do you know why? Do you know why this is even more painful? We are talking here every day. You all coming here to put in your golden voice here, how Nigeria can be better. Now, my question is, who is that person taking all this into account and do something about it. They talk every day on a rise, right? Let's assume they pretend they don't see us. Let's assume, even when we know they're seeing us, okay? Nigeria Watch is not just a channel that you can push with one finger. Or both, let's accept it that, okay, they don't see us. Are you telling me they don't watch Arise? They don't watch channels? What are they doing about it? So it just look like, or they don't read newspapers. So what are they doing about it? What is happening? Now, today I had not just posted something just 10 minutes ago here, asking, how can I, please, can you guys tell me how I can prove to, how I can show love to a girl without not spending money? Look at what they are discussing. Today, not one of the biggest bloggers, on Instagram in Nigeria. So I've not seen any blog, no Leda KG, no Easter blog, no Today Not, none of them that is discussing these killings that happen on Christmas Eve as we talk right now. Okay, let's assume everybody were talking. Let's assume everybody were putting in this, everything that we're doing right now, we were doing it together with unison. Maybe something will happen. But the way it looks like, it's getting worse. Nothing is working. It doesn't look like something that is going to change anytime soon. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. By God's grace, fingers crossed, we're going to be back again tomorrow by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to stand for what is right. Let's be hopeful that Nigeria will be better in our time. But the way it looks like right now doesn't look good at all. Thank you. Now God bless every one of you. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. Black Child, thank you. Divine Cross, thank you. I see all of you right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those of you that came in today. And God bless you now. Continue to care and do the right thing. We have only one life to live. Yes, just one. Death is inevitable. Nobody's going to live forever. We should have that in mind. Lady Eugenia, thank you very much once again. Please accept my, I don't know how to put it on. Okay, let me say I'm with you and your people in Plateau State. Money Olagbian, thank you. Stella Masemedo, thank you. Madam Luke, thank you. Thank you, my wonderful people. I appreciate you all. And God bless you now. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Bye.